What if I told you that in 1941 someone built a motorhome that looked less like an RV and more like a speeding Art Deco locomotive from the future? A machine so strange that even today people argue about who ordered it, why it was built, and how it survived. And when it was rediscovered decades later, someone literally cut it in half and made it longer. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, today we're meeting one of the most bizarre motorhomes ever created. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CampAvto, the channel where as packed with surprises as a dog is with flefflies. Now, when most people think of a motorhome, they imagine a white box slowly crawling down the highway while the driver's with the GPS. But this thing looks like it escaped from a 1940s science fiction movie. My friend Timmy once tried to build his own camper out of a fishing boat trailer and an old refrigerator. He swore it was aerodynamic. Timmy, if you are watching, buddy, I am sorry, but this Western Flyer makes your invention look like a garden shed with wheels. And I believe after seeing this machine, even the neighbors who think they know everything about RVs will suddenly become very quiet. Before we roll into this story, smash that subscribe button for more insane tales that history almost forgot. Because trust me, they only get weirder from here. The story begins with Brooks Stevens, one of America's most brilliant and imaginative industrial designers. If that name rings a bell, it should. Stevens designed everything from the famous Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, along with countless futuristic vehicles that looked like they belonged in tomorrow instead of today. And somewhere around 1941, he created something truly unusual, the Western Flyer Motorhome. Now here is where things get mysterious. Some historians believe it was commissioned by Herbert Johnson of C. Johnson Wax as a promotional vehicle for the 1939 to 1940 New York World's Fair. Others believe it was built for Winfield, Win Campbell, the owner of Campbell Baking Company, who simply wanted the most spectacular vacation vehicle on Earth. Both stories sound plausible, and both sound like something a wealthy American in the late 1930s might absolutely do. But documentation is scarce, and history gets blurry. What we do know is that Stephens likely designed only 2 or 3 of these machines, and the Western Flyer we see today appears to be the only survivor. And just one look explains why people can't stop talking about it. The body looks like an Art Deco train mixed with a futuristic buttress. The grille resembles a locomotive nose, and the rear fin gives it a strange rocket ship silhouette. Honestly, I think if this thing rolled into a gas station in 1941, half the town would assume aliens had arrived for vacation. But the real twist came decades later. By the time enthusiast Howdy Ledbetter discovered the vehicle in 2010, it was barely a vehicle at all. It was, let's say, a historic pile of parts. The kind of project that makes mechanics quietly walk away while pretending they forgot something in the truck. But Ledbetter saw potential, and what happened next is one of the wildest restorations in RV history. Instead of restoring it exactly as it was, he cut the shell in half and extended it by 47 inches, that is 3 feet 11 inches, or about 119 centimeters. Yes, he literally longer. Then he mounted the body onto a 1996 Ford Motorlau Shelled Villadruel, Waliles in sensual amatic invertige called. Then he mounted the Butul Hadled under wind. I believe at this point the project officially moved from restoration into mad scientist engineering. But what I like the most is that Ledbetter kept the Art Deco character alive. The result is something that still feels like the 1940s, while secretly hiding modern hardware underneath. Inside, the transformation continued. Because nobody knows what the original interior looked like, Ledbetter designed a completely new layout. In the rear, he installed a queen-size bed, finally giving this futuristic place to rest its equally futuristic owners. The motorhome also gained a full kitchen, including a gas stove, refrigerator and freezer, sink with running water and a small lounge and dining area. Yes, this Art Deco rocket ship actually works as a real camper. And it even kept one luxury the original vehicle reportedly had: air conditioning, though Ledbetter added 2 roof ventilation fans and power windows just to keep things comfortable. Now here is a question for you. If you saw this machine parked at a campground, would you think it was a movie prop or a real motorhome? Let me know in the comments, because I guarantee half the people would assume it belongs in a museum, and the other half would assume it belongs in a science fiction film. Timmy once told me he saw a UFO near his fishing lake. Turned out it was just a sheeny passing on the highway. Timmy, buddy, if you ever see this thing, call NASA first. Under the restomoded body now sits a 7. 5-liter Ford 460 V8 engine, producing around 350 horsepower, about 261 kW. That power is paired with an automatic overdrive transmission, giving the motorhome modern driving ability compared with Haeckel's of the 1940s. The extended body added 47 inches, 3 feet 11 inches or 119 centimeters to the original structure, and the upgraded chassis includes the chassis include rear wheels for improved ability. Inside, you'll find the previously mentioned queen-size bed, complete kitchen, air conditioning, power windows, and a comfortable low lounge area. So while it may look like a museum piece, it actually functions as a usable motorhome. Now, when this machine occasionally appears for sale online, the numbers are just as fascinating as the design. At different times, it has been listed for $150,000 and later around $70,000, which honestly sounds like a bargain for something that looks like a rolling piece of arty toast. But the new owner also inherits the challenges. Maintaining a one-of-a-kind custom vehicle means sourcing parts from multiple decades, explaining to mechanics what they're looking at, and answering questions from strangers at every gas station. I think owning this thing means never getting a quiet coffee break again. If you'd like to see more photos or videos of this legendary machine, the link is waiting for you in the description. So there you have it. The 1941 Western Flyer Motorhome, a vehicle that proves the RV world was experimenting with crazy ideas long before Instagram van life existed. It may not match today's luxury motorhomes in creature comforts, but in personality, style, and sheer historical weirdness, it absolutely steals the show. And honestly, I think Brooks Stevens would probably smile knowing that 80 years later, people are still staring at his creation in disbelief. If you enjoyed today's story, consider becoming a CampAvto channel sponsor for just $1. The link is in the description. That small support helps keep these forgotten machines alive on this channel. And Timmy says if we reach enough sponsors, he finally stopped trying to build campers out of fishing equipment.